Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the whole elect, and shalom to you brothers and sisters that watch my videos and gain edification or useful knowledge in this truth. All right. So, this is an image of this. There's a series on TV series called His Dark Materials. All right. So the title of this lesson will be Esau's Dark Materials, Truth and Lies and Confusion. All right. So that's his dark materials, truth, Esau's dark materials, truth, lies, and confusion. And that's exactly what Esau uses, to deceive people. He uses truth, lies, and confusion, and he mixes it together, so that he can deceive people. All right. And that's what you have. You have the average Jake walking around and he's deceived. All right. He's in a state of confusion. He believes Esau's lies, that he's being fed. And that's what this movie's about. This movie's about, it tells the truth, but then it tells lies at the same time. It mixes truth, lies, and causes confusion. All right. So if you watch this movie, if you get a chance to watch the series, it's called His Dark Materials. All right. And it's based on this series, His Dark Materials. All right. And that's exactly what Esau uses. All right. So this is some of the things that Esau uses. All right. He uses these various religions. You got Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, all this other stuff. All right. And he uses those to confuse. All right. And why I say Judaism, because you got Edomites walking around claiming that they are, they're Jews, they're Judites. All right. And you have Israelites converting to Judaism, which is Esau's created his created faith system. All right. He corrupted it. He corrupted it. He made it his own. He flipped things around and made himself, the Judite man and woman. So, as you can see, these are a bunch of symbols, and these are his dark materials. These are his truth, his lies, and his confusion, because he uses these symbols to forge confusion. All right. And that's his dark materials. That's what he uses. That's his weapon. Is confusion. That's Esau's greatest weapon. Is his confusion. His power to confuse masses. He put witchcraft and cast spells on the masses to create confusion. And that's his greatest weapon. That's his greatest tool against the Israelite man and woman. All right. So when I seen this movie, His Dark Materials, the spirit jumped on me to do this lesson, and I saw it. I said, you know what? I said, look at all these symbolism. All right. It's based on the scriptures. All right. They just perverted it. They just twisted things around. So if you look down, it's more confusion. All right. And this is Esau, another part of Esau's dark materials. You have this community. All right. And I don't want to say too much, because if you say too much on this YouTube platform, they will take your videos down. All right. Somebody will. It could be one of your followers. Somebody randomly watch the video, report you, or they'll take the video down. I have another channel which is currently received a strike, so I I got to keep doing the work, so I created this channel to post some videos in the meantime. So, Tawada to you who merged over to this channel and subscribed and following this channel as well. And this is another one of his dark materials. He uses war, you know, and I'm just guessing, but Esau creates, and it's all through the spirit, the spiritual demon Satan, which is Esau's Esau's spiritual counterpart. He creates wars, all right, and this is all smokescreen. It's all smokescreen. Esau loves smoke screens. He loves to create ploys and diversions, and he likes to do the old magician, the rabbit pulling the rabbit out the hat, type of thing. That's what Esau likes to do. All right, and here is another. This is another one of his weapons, his dark materials. The so-called Negro woman. All right, or the so-called Israelite woman. All right, he uses her as one of his weapons, one of his dark materials. All right, his agents of confusion. He uses her because, he puts her on top of the black man, above the black man, on a pedestal. He makes her more superior, more superior in his kingdom, in his wicked kingdom, his confused, lopsided, bizarro world kingdom, where the woman's on top and the woman's reigning supreme and she reigns undefeated. That's what Esau does. He confuses things and he uses his dark materials to confuse things. Here's something else, all right? And there you go. A long time ago, it never used to be, the so-called Negro woman in this picture. You used to always see a so-called Edomite woman, in these photos with the, the feminist, strong woman symbol with the head tied up, I can do anything a man can do, but do it better, type of attitude. And that's what Esau likes. He likes a woman to take charge and to tell him what to do. All right? Esau is in cahoots with the so-called Negro woman, with the so-called Israelite woman. He's in cahoots with her. And he likes for her to do his dirty work. That's what he does. He uses the so-called Negro woman to do his dirty work and to turn on the so-called, the so-called Israelite man, So with that said, I'm going to break out some scriptures, and Lord willing, you're edified. This is Genesis 2:7. And the Lord Yahweh formed man of the dust of the ground, and breath into his nostrils, and breath of life, and man became a living soul. So in the movie, they're searching for dust, and dust is like the essence of life. So they took this part from the scriptures, all right, and they ran away with it, okay, and they turned it into something like dark matter. I don't know the science behind, what the Most High took, what he formed the particles he formed us with, the science and all that. I can't break it down. That's beyond my comprehension. All right, there's whole science. You'll kill yourself. The average person will kill himself trying to figure out, what the Most High, how the Most High formed us, how we were created. But it says, and the Lord Yahweh formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And that's good enough for me. That's good enough for my comprehension. I don't gotta know what dark dark matter and all this other, nonsense, all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it would be cool to understand. In the kingdom, we're going to understand what particles we was formed from and all that other stuff, all the science, and break down the atoms and all that and the molecules, and we're going to be able to do all that. But right now, that's far beyond our feeble minds, all right? And this is stuff that deep thinking, that deep thought that Esau wants you to get hung up on. He wants you to sit there and deep think. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to sit there and get hung up on certain things, and he wants to confuse you. He might tell you one thing that's right, and then he's going to tell you a whole bunch of lies after that. And he's going to confuse the crap out of you. He's going to have you going off, and he's going to direct you down the wrong path. And that's what Esau does. Those are his dark materials, is confusion. All right, and let's see. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay? His dark materials. We're not ignorant of his devices. And what are those devices? He uses these devices. As you can see towards the bottom of the screen, he uses these devices, and there's another device, that I can't say because that's the reason why I got the strike in the first place. But the Juicy Juice, Juicy J, you know what it is. All right, I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of his devices. They'll hit you for medical misinformation, and that's what they'll title it. Oh, you misinforming people. All right. Meanwhile, all I'm doing is reading articles. You know what I'm saying? From what they already putting out there, and it coincides with the scriptures. And they saying that I'm giving medical misinformation. Meanwhile, this is already what's out there. And that's part of Satan's, part of Esau's dark materials. All right? That confusion. It's just like, the brothers out there put up videos, and, we'll put up videos of videos that's already posted up there on the internet. And they'll give us a strike instead of the person who posted it. That's Esau's dark materials. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 14:33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace in all churches of the saints. And if you watch that movie, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. They got so-called angels. You know what I'm saying? They got angels that's moles. All right? And that's where the confusion comes in. But that's why I said they mix truth and lies. Truth and lies. That's part of his dark materials. This is Ecclesiastes 7:16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroyest thyself? And that's true. Why would you destroy yourself trying to find out, a whole science? People who study years to figure certain things out. All right? If the Most High wanted us to know that knowledge, he would have gave it to us. He would have made it readily available for us, so we would have known. And that's what, a lot of people get hung up on, is they try to deep think too much into this truth. They overthink it. All right? This is Ecclesiastes 25:24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. And this is why I said he mixes the truth. All right? Because one of the characters, they call her Eve. So that's where they mix the truth with the lies. Esau's dark materials. So the average person, the average Jake or average, Israelite, so to speak, is not too bright, or the average person is not too bright. So they're going to believe that. They're going to deem that because it's on a big screen, or because, one person said it was a fact, or there's a couple of facts, that the whole thing is valid. The whole thing is truthful. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. And that's true. It's through the woman we all die. Most men die because of women, or in prison because of women, or kill because of women, or commit sin because of women, or go off because of women. All right, and this is John 8 and 44. Ye of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. And that's true. Esau is the father of lies, the father of deceiving, the father of confusion. He got that Cain spirit. And a lot of Jakes got that Cain spirit on them too. You know what I'm saying? They running right along with these Edomites. Right along with Esau. They got that Cain spirit. All right. So, check it out. His Dark Materials. It's I believe it's 3 seasons. It's a short series. They even got books. If you want to read it, that's on you. That's your choice. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Shalom.